Have you heard of the live action Monster Hunter I was gonna say game, but Monster Hunter movie that was supposed to come out
Would,
this
would,
year?
would you believe me if I said I hadn't heard about it till I read the script?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Monster Hunter lately, but it's just about how like entitled the fans are.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's a live action movie now. Yeah,
This movie is based on a different planet, or what? I don't even know what the whole movie premise is about personally, because I don't really care for Monster Hunter that much. But I find it
from the
interesting
few
that,
pictures, from the few pictures I can
mhm.
see, it looks like Mad Max.
Yeah, yeah, I thought the same thing, where it felt like a lot like Mad Max, just based on the attire that the main cast was wearing and stuff like that.
Mad Max, but they have dragons instead of cars.
Kind of funny because of the main lead, which is Milia somethingvich. I forgot her name, but she was the Alice in
Jovovich.
Resident Evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a funny thing is that I believe this movie is directed by her husband, which also directed the Resident Evil franchise movies and stuff. So knowing that, what do you think this franchise is gonna flop? Or have you even seen any of the Resident Evil movies?
I haven't because I thought they're all horror movies. Are they horror movies?
They're more like thriller horror kind of. They're zombie movies mostly, but more like
Okay,
thriller
I
horror.
don't like horror, so I haven't seen them.
They're
But
not too bad. They're more actiony horror, but
I looked on Wikipedia, and it says the budget for the movie is 60 million,
mm-hmm.
and I don't think that's enough to have a Monster Hunter film, like a film about monsters, that shows them off well enough in enough. How would I say, like, that shows them off, I guess, well enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it'll focus really heavily on the humans
Yeah,
and
kind of
not
like
much on the
Transformers
monsters.
did a little bit.
Yeah, where it focuses really heavily on the humans and the monsters are more of like a big bad kind of guy.
Yeah, kind of like Godzilla. And you know what? It's kind of funny that that you say that, because a lot of the adaptation movies recently has been mostly been focusing on the humans, which is understandable because they want
Yeah,
the audience to relate to somebody. But the thing is that
yeah.
the movie is supposed to be about the monster or the character or whatever. Like Sonic,
Mhm.
it should be all about Sonic and not about the human. But they emphasize the human a lot in these movies, which is kind of dumb because I don't know, because a lot of the times it turns out that the person or the human is like some Mary Sue person, or I don't know.
I think we can predict it's a video game adaptation, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a female lead. No, I'm not being sexist because it has a female lead. They always have some sort of like not a lead that isn't a white guy. They always do that, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. That's cool. The character will have a backstory relating to a parent. That's just like a guess I'm gonna make
Mm-hmm.
because it's a video game adaptation. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, like I saw when the Sonic movie was announced, they had this huge like someone posted like a formula for a video game adaptation about something that isn't human, where they're like the character isn't a white guy, or they're a white guy who hates himself,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a backstory relating to parents, which connects them to the big bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the film's going to be really predictable.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these movies are formulaic, and it makes sense because you don't want this movie to flop if you want to keep making
Yeah,
money. Especially I forgot who was the company behind Monster Hunter series.
Capcom.
Capcom. Yeah, yeah, correct. That's right.
It's
Yeah.
like Detective Pikachu, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That whole movie was just him finding his dad. Or, as you said earlier, Transformers. It was about his granddad.
Right.
Like, it's really the movies are really predictable, where it's just, hey, something to do with your family has something to do with the bad guy. The end.
Right. I don't know. Well, speaking of like these movies, what do you think of the whole live adaptations of stuff?
Okay, so Transformers is cool
Hmm.
because I was a child when they came out, and the second and third movies were mediocre. The fourth was actually really good because it reintroduced it to like a different kind of tone.
Hmm.
So like Michael Bay is good for live action adaptations because I'm pretty sure the Ninja Turtles movies are good. I've not seen them, but I'm pretty sure they're good. And then, but like video game adaptations because they're like old kids cartoons. But like, video game adaptations aren't known for being good.
Right.
Like Assassin's Creed, for example, sucked.
Yeah, I heard a
So,
lot of bad things about that movie.
but on the other side of it, Detective Pikachu was really good
Hmm.
because like it wasn't anything like the Detective Pikachu game, but it was a good movie because the effects were right. The story, even though it was predictable, was enjoyable for like kids and adults.
Hmm.
I went to see the movie with my mum and my sister, and we all enjoyed it. I think, and it sort of experimented a lot. So I think it depends on like the writing and the targeted audience. Because Assassin's Creed was they tried to do the same thing as the game, but they didn't do it right.
Right.
Detective Pikachu didn't try to do the same as the game, and they did it really well. So it depends on how like close to the source material they stay.
I feel like they're just gonna butcher the source material. They're just gonna put the
Oh yeah,
monsters in,
yeah.
and the whole movie's just gonna be about, um, some generic plot. Like this monster's killed my parents or something, and I need to kill him or something.
It's just the first shot of Attack on Titan, but it's like reskinned to be a monster instead of a Titan eating her mother.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be the dude. I swear to God, if I'm right on this, oh my God, I don't know,
The
man.
monster has killed my family. Now I'm gonna kill them all.
But I feel like about 80% of all live action movies that has came out within the last 10 years, like the Death Note one, the I don't know, the Pokemon one, and Sonic, and now the Monster Hunter one. Like a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them flopped really bad, especially the Death Note
Yeah.
one. I don't know.
Oh, the
What do
Death
you,
Note one.
yeah, especially Death Note, but what do you, why? I don't understand why they keep persisting on making these live action movies.
Okay, I know the exact reason. It's because people are growing up,
Hmm.
and as people grow up, they think video games and cartoons are more childish. So they're appealing to nostalgia by being like, "Hey, this is the thing you liked as a child. Now here it is more mature." Why is it more mature? Because they're real people. That's essentially it. But in doing so, they ruin it for people who still like it the way it was. Like Death Note, for example. They tried to make it adult by sort of Death Note's already mature, but they made it live action, and it wasn't the same. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And it's not like, well, the thing is, it's so hard to adapt to these things because
Yeah,
now they're Netflix has just announced, they're making a live action Avatar TV series. I think. I don't
yeah.
think it's a movie, but it's a TV series.
It's a TV series. They announced it a while ago. Yeah, I think Netflix can do it right. I'm pretty sure Netflix did The Witcher really well.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
if that goes down, I haven't seen The Witcher yet. If that goes down as well as The Witcher did, it'll be really worth watching.
Yeah, I
This is
saw.
coming from a guy who got to episode 8 of the first season of Avatar: The Last Airbender, then
Hmm.
stopped. Not because I didn't like it, just because I forgot.
Oh yeah,
But
I get that.
I think if they handle it right, they can do really well.
Yeah.
Unlike the Last Airbender film,
Hmm.
which yeah, have you seen it?
Yeah, I have actually. It's pretty
It
bad.
left on a cliffhanger, and then it's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
it's pretty bad. Like M. Shyamalan or whatever is the director's name. The
and
moment I
Netflix has
heard,
it now.
yeah, the moment I heard that name, I knew the film was going to be bad. So
Isn't he famous for his plot twists though? And there weren't any in that movie.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. He's more of a thriller horror kind of person,
Yeah.
and I have no idea why they thought it was a good idea to put him as
Can
the
you
director for
imagine if
something
they
like
made
that.
the Last Airbender? Can you imagine if they made the Last Airbender a horror?
Oh my god, dude. That'd be pretty funny. But
Aang just goes on a killing spree.
yeah, just kills the Nation or something, or have like clips of the Fire Nation torturing people or some dumb shit like that. I don't know.
He wakes up and slits Katara's throat with air.
Oh my god, dude, that's I don't know if I can watch that. I'm not really of a gore person, but you know, it's whatever. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Nothing can be as disgusting as the big wheel scene from the Death Note movie though, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, that was so dumb. I hated that scene, but
Me too.
whatever. I feel like Netflix has a. I feel like they kind of learned after the Death Note movie of how to make proper adaptations because The Witcher.
Yeah.
Either it was because The Witcher had a very strong lore and it is an episodic TV show instead of a movie. I feel like a lot of these adaptations, specifically like Avatar that has like a huge plot that can't be condensed in a movie, should not never be movies, but should be TV
I think
shows.
that's where Death Note failed.
Yeah, because they're trying to condense so much stuff into one thing, and it's not like they remade it in a different setting. They try to like keep. Well, actually, no.
Yeah,
I take that back. That's exactly what they did. Never mind. But they try to like abridge the whole concept.
Death Note, the abridged series.
You know, it might as well be because it's so dumb and stupid. But I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, I
they
agree.
try to retain a lot of the characters like L and Watari and like that. I feel like if they didn't go with that, they made original characters that subsequently got the Death Note, or it was based on the same universe as the Japanese original Death Note movies. That would be pretty sweet, in my opinion.
I
But
think
I don't know.
the problem with that movie was they took L,
Hmm.
who's a great character in the show because he's such a good detective. You know,
Right.
he would give Detective Conan a run for his money, and then in the movie they made him still a good detective, but they made him an emotional character. Like he had an emotional breakdown when Watari died,
Yeah. I can see that.
and I think that's sort of one of the things that were in the movie when he tried to chase down and kill Light.
Oh yeah, he had a gun on him, and that's like L's number one pet peeve. He's basically like Batman, where he doesn't use guns or anything.
Doesn't kill people. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. He uses intellect.
Hey, it's just like you, Batman.
Yeah.
Um.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and that's like one of the things I hated about that movie is like they betrayed the character that L himself as well as Light especially. Oh my god, because I hate how I'll do people's homework for money and shit like that, dude. No, Light is supposed to be this intellectual straight A student who goes according to society. He doesn't. He's not this rebel skater guy, whatever, edgy
He
kid.
was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy."
Yeah, oh my god, dude. I'm so pissed off that they made Light into a character like that, into like a kind of a wimp and stuff like that, and it sucks.
When you think about it, though, they're a lot like Light and L are a lot like Batman and the Joker.
Yeah.
Because Light kills people and laughs about it, and L is a detective who doesn't kill people.
And he's also like really wealthy too, so
Yeah,
which is funny.
Yeah.
Actually, you're.
It-
I wouldn't be
it just
surprised
works.
if the creator of Death Note got direct
Loosely
inspiration
based
from
them. Yeah,
yeah, from Batman and stuff.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad. It'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the only good part of the Death Note live action was Ryuk, and that's only because of his casting.
Oh,
because they got Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, it was perfect, spot on casting for sure.
He was the Green Goblin as well in Spider-Man. So.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people like when he made that face as a Green Goblin. People were like, yeah, that has to be Ryuk. There's like no other person, and it's a good thing that Netflix like actually paid attention to that from the audience and the public, and casted him as Ryuk, which is awesome.
And then he was an Aquaman, and that was great.
Yeah, he's a really good actor in general.
He is. I totally agree with that. He's every role I've seen him in, he's been great in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really happy I haven't seen the live action light in anything else.
Yeah, but
He's not good.
yeah, but like I guess we can both agree that it really like if these adaptations or like no, not even long. If these adaptations of anime shows that are supposed to be like multi-episodic series are turned into movies, it more than likely it's gonna flop. But if it's turned into episodic TV show live action, then I feel like there's a chance, like The Witcher, because The Witcher is actually really good.
If they adapt a TV show, they should adapt it into a TV show. If they adapt a movie, they should turn it into a movie.
Yeah, because like they say
it's
they
like
wanted to. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
pretty sure someone said they were going to make a live action Your Name. That should be a movie.
Yeah.
Because that'd be really awkward as a TV series.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the other side of the coin, if they had Death Note as a movie, we've already seen that. That doesn't work.
Well, semi right, because the Japanese, they did it right.
Yeah.
And even though it wasn't one-to-one from comparable to the TV show, and didn't include like Nier or Mellow, they only comprised of the first season. They actually gave it a lot of justice, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I completely forgot Nier and Mellow existed, so
yeah, it's funny because
I don't care for them.
Yeah, Nier. Well, they did make a sequel or a prequel. No, they actually made a sequel. Yeah, because of Light Changed the World, or not Light, but L Changed the World, and that actually had Nier, but except he didn't have like white hair or anything because it's based on like live action. But, I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting, but yeah, I guess we both kind of agree that unless it's a TV show adaptation to another TV show, then it's not gonna work.
It's really conditional. That like they have to get it exactly right if they're gonna make it good.
Yeah.
Like they've already revealed some information for The Witcher season 2, where they've structured differently. Like there aren't going to be as many flashbacks, so it'll be easier to follow.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what that means because I haven't seen season 1, but I feel like Netflix is sort of really hit or miss with their shows.
Yeah. So good job, Netflix, so far.